What's good, everybody? So today we're going to be talking about Uncut Gems.
This is me. This is how I win.
Alright, Uncut Gems is a new movie by the Safdie Brothers. These guys did another movie called Good Time, which was one of my favorites of the other year. I really enjoyed that movie. That movie's with Robert Pattinson, and he's basically like on the run, trying to get away from some people after he robbed the bank. What I really enjoyed about that movie is that whole movie is like a suspense thrill ride. Like every move that he makes, he sort of falls deeper and deeper into just like the wrong situation. It's like if you just turn yourself in, it'd be better than just trying to get away with this, because at this point you're involving more people, you're getting deeper into this situation. Just give up, bro. Like, you'd be better off. So I really enjoyed that movie. With this new movie, Uncut Gems, I was looking forward to it, and to me it looked very similar, but I was really intrigued on the premise. And Adam Sandler, bro, I really like the way they started it with the coal mining, and we really got this background on where the gem comes from, and how many people sort of struggle just to get these things and bring them over here to America and sell them. In this movie, Adam Sandler plays a character called Howie. He like works downtown in the Diamond District, and he's basically pawning jewels to rappers and all types of athletes and people like that. One thing that they did that made it feel really authentic was placing this in 2012. 2012 is a very defined era because of like the entire bling era and things that were sort of phasing in and out. Like, it was kind of dying out, but at the same time there was still like a need to show off and all these type of things. Something this movie really like hits really well with the introduction of The Weeknd. Now, I'm a huge Weeknd fan. I've been following him since the beginning, so seeing him perform like House of Balloons and all that, it was super nostalgic, but also just on point with the era and just placing everything in this heightened situation. The Weeknd's music goes really well with this film, so the thematic in general is just super strong throughout. This film has a similar gritty aesthetic as Good Time had. This one I liked a lot though because of the plot and the characters. He's robbing Peter to pay Paul and stuff like that. So yeah, this is like an old time film. This movie could have been made years ago. It could have been made back in the 70s. It could have been made forever ago, because this story is super relatable and it's super modern in a sense too. So personally, I feel like this film was incredible. I felt like they really touched and made you feel the pressure that Howie's under, and you don't want him to crack, but you also want him to stop. And you know that he can't stop, that if he stops for 1 second, his whole family could be dead, So I really enjoyed this movie. I feel like the Safdie Brothers did something with this movie that probably no other directors could do at this time. And they brought that grit to it. They brought that modernism. We got cameos from like Trinidad James, Cash Out, The Weeknd. We got, who else was in the movie? The Coming to America like cameo was really great to me. That cameo specifically speaks to me because Adam Sandler, he's so good at cameos. Like, he's so good at pulling in the right people for the right moments. He doesn't just bring Rob Schneider in for like a moment. He brings in the cameos that are going to add towards the flavor and the aesthetic of this film and the world. So that's something that I think Adam Sandler is really great at. I don't know whose pull that was in general, but I feel like just the team of the Safdies with the freaking Adam Sandler just worked really well. Now I kind of want to see more Safdie collaborations. It's like, bro, whoever they could collab with and bring things out of, I think it'd be very cool, Adam Sandler did really good. He really allowed himself to be immersed with his character. He is Adam Sandler at the end of the day, but I felt like he made an interesting choice to maybe pitch up his voice.
Get the kids out of the house.
Maybe in some of his other films like Punch Drunk Love, like he was a little bit more of a sadder character. With this one, he is a sad character at his nature, but he doesn't play it sad. He plays it as somebody who's optimistic and having fun with the game that he's playing. So yeah, Lakeith Stanfield, his character, maybe because there were so many authentic characters in this, his character felt more like he was playing a role. Now, he was really good at it, but he brought me a lot of stress throughout this movie because I'm like, which kind of character is he trying to be? Is he helping this dude out? Is he going to scam on him? Which way is he going to go? I always felt like the plot was leading towards him stealing the gem and trying to pawn it or giving Adam Sandler a fake one. I wasn't sure on which side he was. In the end, I felt like it helped to bring more stress towards this plot, so that was good in general. His character was interesting to me, maybe because I know he's Lakeith, but yeah, like that was cool. Maybe they could have brought in like Cameron or something. It would have been interesting to see Cameron maybe play Lakeith's character, somebody like that. You know, it would have been really interesting. But at the end of the day, he's Cameron. So a lot of times in this movie, I looked at the screen and it felt very blurry. I think it's part of like their aesthetic of making this movie because it has this very grainy type texture. It's kind of weird to me, but whatever. That's their style of doing it. I really like the visuals of it though. We go into the diamond and everything, I felt like they did a really good job of selling Kevin Garnett's like love for this diamond, and you really got to see something who it's kind of a weird plot. Like you could see it happen and you understand like people are superstitious, but it's kind of a funny plot that he wants it so bad that it causes all this drama and stuff. But it's realistic and it works. People, you know, people with money, they want what they want and they're willing to do anything for it. Adam Sandler is like a train wreck in this movie, and his mind and thoughts are going a mile per minute, but at the same time we get to see him with the family dynamic, and we see the guy Arthur that's like related to him and all that. I just felt like this movie did so good with the chemistry of everybody. Everybody's performances felt very authentic. You really felt their need to want him to do better, but also like they're done with him, bro. They want to get rid of him, and it's the feeling that you have when you deal with addicts and stuff. It's like you want them to improve, but at the same time, you just need to separate yourself because you ain't trying to get like tied into their stuff, you know. So yeah, I felt like the ending was inevitable. I felt like either he was gonna win his bet and lose everything else, or he was gonna lose his bet and they were gonna kill him. I felt like there was no real way out for him. That if he were to win this and get away and not be killed, that eventually something was gonna happen. You know, that this is gonna be something that's gonna continue. The movie does a really good job of showing you that even when he wins something, he sort of invests into another thing, and the story continues. This struggle and this hustle continues. It's really put well into words when it gets to him and Kevin Garnett, and he places the bet on Kevin Garnett. Like that was really dope. We really got to see where he thrives, where his love comes from. This is where he puts the points on the board. So yeah, really enjoyed this movie. I'm gonna give this movie a 10 out of 10. I feel like they really achieved what they were going for. I couldn't see any way that they could have done this better. It had comedy, it had drama. The entire movie was suspenseful. Like the entire sound design of it gave me suspense and anxiety to the point I wanted to leave, but I wanted to see more. Like it was crazy. Like I just wanted to dip. I don't know how a Jewish person could really deal with this, dealing with all that anxiety and stuff, but I guess it fed to him. He was like a thrill seeker. He needed that anxiety to help give him the momentum to, you know, keep hustling and keep working. I like this movie. I don't think that it's for everybody. I'm sure there's going to be Adam Sandler fans or people that just go into this saying, what is this? And are going to watch it and be completely like disturbed by what they're seeing. On the other side, there's going to be people that understand this material better than Good Time, where they can really relate to Adam Sandler and his character's family and all the other characters of this movie, because everybody deals with addicts and they deal with people like this, these scammers or these hustlers. I feel like it's a very relatable movie, maybe even more so than Good Time, and I think this is going to be a fan favorite, and I hope to see this one at the Oscars. I don't know, it's a crazy year, you know, there's a lot of things going on, but yeah, like hoping to see this one do good because it's a really well-made movie. And yeah, what were your opinions on this film? Did you like it? What did you like about it? Did you hate it? Did you not like seeing Adam Sandler die? It's kind of weird to see him die, you know, but yeah, that is what it is. Movies got to end, so it's like characters got to die. Hey, check it out. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit my feed.